The average American carries $6,500 in credit card debt and pays back almost double that once interest is done eating them alive. If you're swiping your card for the wrong things, you're not building a life, you're renting one. Financing that phone for 3 years? By the time you own it, it's already outdated and it cost you 40% more than the sticker price. Today I'm giving you the 10 things you should never put on credit and exactly what to do instead. Stick around for number 1. Most people are doing it right now without realizing it's quietly wrecking their finances. Credit cards aren't evil. Used right, they build your credit score and earn you rewards. But used on the wrong purchases, they turn a $50 mistake into a $500 disaster. Here's the rule of thumb we'll use all video. If it loses value the second you buy it or it disappears before the bill is paid off, don't finance it. Let's break down the list. #10. Groceries. Problem. Swiping your credit card for weekly groceries when you don't pay it off immediately. Why it matters. Food is a depreciating, consumable expense. It's gone in days, but the debt from it can linger for months at 20% plus APR. Real example, a $150 grocery run left unpaid for 6 months on a 24% APR card quietly adds about $18 in pure interest for food you already ate. Step-by-step solution. 1. Track your grocery budget with a simple app or notebook. 2. Use a debit card or cash-based budgeting instead. 3. If you do use credit for cashback rewards, set up auto-pay in full every month, no exceptions. Common mistake. People think it's just groceries, it's small. Small debts compound. 10 small debts are one big debt. #9. Vacations. Problem. Financing a trip you can't afford in cash. Why it matters. A vacation is a memory, not an asset. You're still paying off a beach trip in January while looking at snow. Real example, a $3,000 vacation on a 22% card, paid off over 18 months, costs you roughly $3,550. You paid $550 for nothing but interest. Step-by-step solution. 1. Open a separate travel fund savings account. 2. Set an auto transfer of even $50 to $1,100 per week months before your trip. 3. Book only what you've already saved for. Common mistake. I'll pay it off when I get back. Life happens, bills happen, and that trip becomes a 2-year anchor. #8. Everyday medical copays. Problem. Putting routine doctor visits or prescriptions on high-interest credit. Why it matters. Medical debt from credit cards loses the protections that actual medical payment plans offer. No interest-free negotiation, no hardship programs. #8. Everyday medical copays. Problem. Putting routine doctor visits or prescriptions on high-interest credit. Why it matters. Medical debt from credit cards loses the protections that actual medical payment plans offer. No interest-free negotiation, no hardship programs. Real example, hospitals often offer 0% payment plans directly. Your credit card offers 20% plus instead. Step-by-step solution. 1. Always ask the provider for a payment plan first. 2. Ask about financial assistance programs. Most hospitals have them. 3. Use credit only as an absolute last resort and only if you can pay within one billing cycle. Common mistake, assuming a credit card is the only option. It's almost never the cheapest one. #7. Clothes and fashion. Problem. Financing trendy clothing that depreciates in value the moment you leave the store. Why it matters. Clothes aren't investments. A jacket you finance for 12 months might be out of style before payment number 3. Real example, buy now, pay later apps make this worse. Splitting a $200 haul into 4 payments feels painless, but stacking multiple BNPL plans is one of the fastest ways people quietly rack up thousands in hidden debt. Step-by-step solution. 1. Use a cash-only rule for non-essential fashion. 2. Wait 48 hours before any non-essential clothing purchase. 3. Delete saved card info from shopping apps to remove the frictionless tap to buy. Common mistake, treating BNPL like it's not real debt. It is, and it still hits your credit report. 6. Electronics that depreciate fast. Problem: financing phones, laptops, and gaming consoles for years. Why it matters: tech loses 20 to 30% of its value in the first year alone. You could be paying premium price for a device worth half that by the time it's paid off. Real example: a $1,200 laptop financed over 24 months at 25% APR ends up costing over $1,500, and by month 24, that laptop is 2 generations behind. Step-by-step solution. 1. Save in advance for tech purchases using a dedicated sinking fund. 2. Consider certified refurbished models, same function, 30 to 40% less cost. 3. If financing is unavoidable, only use 0% promotional financing and calendar the exact end date. Common mistake: missing the deadline on 0% promotional plans. One late payment can trigger retroactive interest on the entire original balance. 5. Weddings and celebrations. Problem: starting a marriage, milestone birthday, or big event already buried in celebration debt. Why it matters: studies consistently link financial stress to relationship strain. Starting a life milestone in debt is a rough foundation. Real example: the average wedding now costs well over $30,000. Financed at high interest, couples can spend years paying for a single day. Real example: the average wedding now costs well over $30,000. Financed at high interest, couples can spend years paying for a single day. Real example: the average wedding now costs well over $30,000. Financed at high interest, couples can spend years paying for a single day. Step-by-step solution. 1. Furnish gradually, 1 room at a time, paid in cash. 2. Check Facebook Marketplace and estate sales for quality used furniture. 3. If you use store financing, set a payment reminder for 2 weeks before the deadline, not on it. Common mistake: assuming 0% interest means free money. It means a ticking clock. 3. Luxury items to impress others. Problem: financing designer bags, watches, or cars to project a lifestyle you haven't earned yet. Why it matters: this is the debt that hurts your future self to impress people who aren't paying attention. Real example: a financed luxury car can lose 20% of its value the moment you drive off the lot, meaning you instantly owe more than the car is worth. Step-by-step solution. 1. Ask, would I still buy this if no one ever saw it? 2. Save for luxury purchases as a reward after hitting a savings goal, not before. 3. Build actual wealth first. The flex will follow naturally. Common mistake: confusing looking rich with being rich. One is a photo, the other is a bank statement. 2. Daily small expenses: coffee, takeout, subscriptions. Problem: using credit for tiny recurring purchases you don't track. Why it matters: these add up silently. This is the death by 1,000 cuts of debt. $6 coffee, $15 takeout, $12 subscriptions. None feel like debt until the statement arrives. Real example: $300 a month in untracked small purchases left on a revolving balance becomes over $600 a year, plus interest. Step-by-step solution. 1. Move recurring small spending to a debit card or prepaid card. 2. Audit your subscriptions monthly. Cancel what you don't use. 3. Use a budgeting app that flags small spend creep. Common mistake: believing small purchases don't matter because each one is only a few dollars. 1. Anything you can't afford to pay back in 30 days. Problem: the master rule most people are breaking right now: financing anything you can't realistically pay off within 1 billing cycle. Why it matters: this is the root cause behind every item on this list. If you can't pay it off fast, the interest compounds faster than you can catch up. This is how a $1,000 debt becomes $4,000 over a few years. Real example: minimum payments on a maxed $5,000 card at 22% APR can take over 15 years to pay off if you only pay the minimum, and cost more than double the original amount. Step-by-step solution. 1. Before any credit purchase, ask, can I pay this off in full next month? 2. If the answer is no, stop. Save first, buy later. 3. Build a small emergency fund, $500 to $1,000, so unexpected costs never have to go on credit at all. Common mistake: treating your credit limit like it's money you have. It's not, it's money you'll owe, plus interest. Here's your 3-step plan starting today. 1. Audit. Pull up your last 3 credit card statements and circle every purchase from this list. 2. Redirect. Move recurring and small spending to debit. Keep credit only for planned, budgeted purchases you can pay in full. 3. Build a buffer. Start a $500 emergency fund this month so you're never forced onto credit for something urgent. Debt isn't the enemy, mindless debt is. Used with a plan, credit is a tool. Used without one, it's a trap. If this helped, subscribe for more real talk money breakdowns and tell me in the comments which one of these 10 surprised you the most.